Hey there, Libra. Welcome to the channel. Sarah here. We're going to do a reading for you today for the first week of September 2025. Keep in mind, Libra, this is just a general reading, so take only what resonates and leave out what does not. If you're interested in having a personal reading done by me, you can check the description box below if you're on YouTube, or you can check the link in my bio if you're on TikTok. My website is lionessmoonintuitivetarot.com. All right, Libra. As always, feel free to delegate the energies where you see fit. If I say I'm talking about you, it could be somebody you're dealing with, and vice versa. All right, so Libra, we're going to do a layered spread reading. So I'm going to pull out 5 layers, and we're going to, at the end, go through each of the placements, and it's going to unfold a great big story. So let's get started. Somebody's feeling trapped. I feel like that was the first card for one of the signs I just recently did. Trapped. Somebody's feeling trapped and indecisive here. I usually read the first layer as your person because things are feeling stagnant. Somebody may be wanting mutual respect, intimacy, or maybe that's how you're feeling. Somebody's feeling like they're indecisive. They're in an energy of wanting to chase right now. Chase after something that's going to help them get out of their feeling of being stagnant. There's been some sort of epiphany here. And maybe this person feels like they need to try and maybe retract their energy a little bit. There's some sort of unexpected outcome, and this has to do with reciprocity. So I feel like I get this in your readings a lot, Libra, this energy of a lack of reciprocity or fairness, which is interesting that justice, fairness, Libra, reciprocity shows up here. So it could be a situation where somebody feels like the other person is pulling rank over them. Maybe there's a power dynamic issue here. Could be that one person is giving more than the other, and that's often what I get with you, Libra, is that I feel like it seems in a lot of cases you're over giving to your situations. I'm going to see if that ends up coming out this time, but for the reciprocity card to come out the way it did, I'm seeing that could be an issue, continuing to be an issue for you. There's this feeling of being trapped. Somebody feels like they're trapped and they're indecisive right now about what it is that they want to do. And so they're in a situation right now where being in the state of being trapped is causing them to want to do something really impulsive and might start chasing something here. Somebody's starting to have an epiphany about your connection. And it could be that they want to slow things down as a result of having had this epiphany. And like I said, we're going to pull out more layers and we're going to get more answers as we continue to pull the layers out. This relationship is slow right now and stagnant is what's showing up here. Somebody's thinking that it's slow and stagnant, so maybe they're feeling like there's a lack of physical intimacy here. It's to see these cards all together. And then we're seeing here that somebody is about to do something that may be out of character for them. It's showing up as unexpected. Feeling trapped. I'm just getting that there is a very, very strong possibility that you're connected to somebody right now, Libra, who it's either you or somebody you're connected to. Somebody's feeling like they're not happy with, it looks like they're not really happy in a connection right now. This could be with you or with somebody else, but somebody feels trapped and is indecisive about what it is that they should be doing because it feels like it's slow and stagnant and they might start chasing. All right, let's get the next layer. Opportunity. Gifts. People skills. power position. Manifesting. Fast changes. Ups and downs. Wisdom. And the overall arching theme is adventure. Well, with the ups and downs card, I'm definitely seeing that there's been a roller coaster here. And it looks like there may be an opportunity that's been manifested here that's going to come up. It's going to be something that you want with the gifts card. Now, this could be something about uncovering something in yourself also that's a gift. You may be holding on to certain gifts in yourself here that's going to enable you to move towards these changes that need to be made in your life, because it looks like you're in a very stagnant situation. To see the cards that we saw here, and it looks like it may have to do with passion, it just could be intimacy, period. The intimacy card is what came out. It had nothing to do really with physical stuff, more than just it, maybe even a kinship here. There's something here, because when I see the people skills card, it's something to do with social skills here, or something to do with a social life. Understanding something about the ups and downs that you've been experiencing here by getting out and socializing with other people. You may need to do that in order to remove yourself from another energy. And you could just be in a situation too, Libra, where you have felt like you've been stuck. And so you haven't had that opportunity. For some of you, you may have had a child with somebody and you've been the one at home with the child all the time. And so you're not getting out with other adults and being able to establish that part of yourself, or that part of yourself you may feel has gone missing in some way since being in that life. That's just an example. That's obviously not going to be for everybody. But there's something about the connection that you're in that has kind of removed you from that part of yourself, or it's not helping you to establish that part of yourself that needs to be established. But it's showing up here that there's some sort of change with regard to the ups and downs that you've been experiencing that's going to be enhanced or eradicated, or at least rectified in some way by developing certain social skills or bringing yourself back into a more social environment that's going to bring you to a place of power, and understanding something differently about your situation. This could be an adventure of some sort too, but you are going to come to a new place of wisdom as a result. And this is all coming through as an opportunity here. You're manifesting it, okay? All right, let's get the next layer. We've got the Three of Wands in reverse. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Cups. We've got the Page of Swords, the Hierophant, the Four of Wands. Wow, most of them are in the upright. The Seven of Pentacles. Wow. And the High Priestess in reverse. The overall arching theme is the Strength in reverse. This has to do with a weakness of some sort. So we see the Hierophant and the Four of Wands together. This might have something to do with an actual marriage, or just a strongly committed relationship where the two of you actually live together. Somebody here in this connection is really, it doesn't look like either of you have bad intentions for each other. It just looks like there's been some sort of disconnect here with regard to a value system. Like there's a value system difference here. And as a result, there's been a lack of reciprocity as well. I'm seeing here that there's something about understanding something and being able to process something over time here. There's something that you're manifesting right now that's going to bring you into, it's almost like you're going to have an opportunity to really develop a new social network. Okay, I don't know, for each of you is going to be different, but you have an opportunity to develop a social network, and it could be with some energy that you have been connected to in the past that is coming back in towards you. The Three of Wands in reverse to me is my card of bridging a gap of some sort, because to me, the Three of Wands is either future, it's distant future. That's usually what that is to me. But in the reverse, it has to do with bridging that gap. That's usually my bridge the gap card. Somebody's coming in to bridge a gap or has tried to do that already. This could be somebody who you were married to or somebody who wants that with you. What I was seeing though, Libra, more than anything, is that there's some sort of social connection that you're supposed to be developing here. It does look like whoever you're connecting to here is somebody who you've got a very strong, deep love for. I don't know if this is the same person who feels like things are stagnant right now, and it doesn't look like whoever this is, I don't know that it was necessarily a physical intimate thing. It looked more like it was emotional intimacy that somebody feels is missing from this connection, and that could be you. But there's something about gaining a certain level of information, asking the questions about something that has been potentially kept secret here, okay? There's something that's been kept secret in a situation, or there's been secrets that have been kept, and it looks like somebody's trying to gain some sort of information over something that has been kept secret here. And obviously for all of you, it's going to be different. That's just what I'm seeing here. Over the course of time, somebody's been reflecting on something, and there's something here that was not known or is on somebody's radar. So this could be you, this could be the person you're dealing with that they want answers for. And it looks like there's somebody who's either lacking the strength to try and get the answers or lacking the strength to give the answers. Can we get the next layer for Libra? We've got choice, whip, tower, there's bridge, official person, yeah, whoa, yikes, key, we've got main person showing up masculine, we've got the stork, and we've got distant horizons. There's a choice that needs to be made. It's interesting that we see choice, and then the two cards that are corresponding with choice are both like it's broom, but it could be whip. Either way, it's a weapon that is used to punish somebody. And then we've got official person, which I usually read as military, meaning that there's been a lot of difficulty. You've been dealing with a lot of difficulty in a situation that has felt very punitive and almost like military-like. where it's like everything is set out in a certain order and has to be done in that fashion in order to maintain a certain level of happiness within it looks like within a household for a lot of you. When I saw the Hierophant and the Four of Wands. So that's kind of what it looks like. Now somebody is trying to gain, or somebody's actually probably learning something here with the key. They're gaining some sort of answer or breakthrough, having some sort of breakthrough with regard to how this feels. Somebody feels like this has been very, very, it's been a very stable. We saw the Four of Wands, and I see the tower and the tower in the Lenormand deck is a very stable structure. It's not like the tower in the tarot. It's so there's stability. Somebody's starting to come to an understanding, though, about stability and this feeling of being in this really difficult energy. And somebody wants to bridge a gap, and it looks almost like either somebody from a distance is relocating to come closer to you, or somebody's trying to bridge a gap with something else and distance themselves by relocating. And it's going to be different for all of you, but there is a choice here, and that could be the choice. That could be the choice. I'm trying to, can we get the last layer? It just looks like whatever this connection is, it's going through a really, really difficult time. I don't see any really nefarious energies on either side. Both of you, one of you looks very stable. The other one looks very emotional. Like not really emotionally unkempt though. I'm talking about somebody is trying to gain some level of emotional satisfaction here. There's somebody who feels emotionally dissatisfied in this connection. And it almost looks as though the emotional dissatisfaction has occurred as a result of being hyper fixated on keeping things very, very structured. And it looks like it's like a stable environment, but it looks like it's highly, regimented, structured, and very, somebody's telling me they feel like it's punitive. Okay. So that's what it looks like. And I don't know if somebody's trying to bridge a gap with somebody else to get out of it, or if somebody who has already been out of this situation is trying to bridge a gap in order to get back into it. Can we get the last layer for Libra? We've got chaos and conflict. Unfinished symphony. Truth be told. Yeah, there is something about learning something. Yang. Orphaned. Oh yeah, somebody wants to leave. Poised. Somebody hasn't been totally honest. That's it. Between worlds. And never-ending story, and the overall arching theme of this portion of the reading is to the sea. So I'm just going to say this is either you or somebody you're dealing with. Somebody feels like this has been a very, very, very difficult connection. And there's a very high possibility, but it still looks like there's a lot of respect and there's a lot of love here, okay? But it seems to me like each party may feel like there's something missing here. And so as a result, it may be one, it may be both of you. Somebody wants to distance themselves. We've got to the sea and we've got distant horizons showing up here, but either it's at the forefront of their consciousness and they're just manifesting this right now, which means that just because somebody hasn't acted on something yet doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. All it takes is the thought to manifest an opportunity that will bring about the outcome that we're looking for. Right now, somebody is feeling like either this whole thing has brought out a weakness in them that makes them want to go on some sort of adventure, or somebody's just feeling too weak to go off and do what it is that they want to do that's going to feel exciting. But I'm almost getting that somebody feels like life feels very, very draining and difficult, and they just want to distance themselves so that they can go and have fun and do what it is that they want to do. There's been a lot of chaos and conflict here, is what's showing up here. It could be due to the fact that somebody has abandonment issues. Obviously, it's not going to be the case for all of you. If you find that you're dealing with somebody, or if you feel like you have abandonment issues, which means there's this feeling of whoever it is that you're dealing with who has them, you may be feeling like you're walking eggshells around them so as not to make them feel like they're being rejected in some way. And for somebody who has serious abandonment issues, they take a lot of different scenarios to be rejection. All it could take is you talking to a friend, and they may take it as, you like them better than me, you're rejecting me, you know? There are psychological labels for people who have abandonment issues. So if you search that in a Google search engine, you will get certain diagnoses that will come up with that. I'm just seeing, the reason why I'm seeing it that way specifically is because there's been chaos and conflict due to this, and it's showing up as unfinished. I am getting that there's somebody walking eggshells due to this with the poised card, and right now there's this energy of being in between worlds, because there's some sort of truth that still needs to come out here, and I was already picking up on that. There's something that's not totally been divulged here. We did see the High Priestess in reverse here in the final position, and this is going to... The person who's trying to escape from this may not be understanding something about themselves either, though. And so that's what I'm seeing. I don't see that there's any real, it doesn't look like this connection is doomed. It just looks like it's going through a difficult time right now. And it looks almost like each party has their own, psychological issues that may need to be dealt with. And for some of you, it has to do with abandonment, okay? And somebody walking eggshells due to another person feeling like they're abandoned, okay? Somebody's afraid to become abandoned, and like I said, that manifests in so many different ways. So we've got that there's been chaos and conflict, and so somebody feels like they need to make a choice. And so and it's due to the fact that they're feeling trapped, so they're trying to bridge a gap with a different opportunity here in order to... So in some cases, you may be in a situation where you feel trapped. You may have an opportunity to bridge a gap with somebody who you had already been at a distance from, or this could be somebody who you're dealing with. But it's showing up that there is some sort of unfinished business or unfinished symphony is what shows up here. And it's still showing up that there's some sort of indecisiveness here, though, about which direction to take. So we see that there is a choice, but whoever this is that's got the choice, could be you, the person you're dealing with, doesn't know which direction to take. They do know that they're feeling like they're under a lot of punishment, but they feel like things are very stable where they are. And they feel like their life, with regard to their material stability, feels very abundant for a lot of you. There has been a lot of difficulty, though. It has felt almost like military here for somebody, that they're dealing with somebody with abandonment issues here. And it could be, we do see manifesting, somebody feels like they're stuck in a connection a long-term marital or just committed relationship commitment where things have been very, very difficult due to abandonment issues, and somebody does have running or chasing somebody else at the forefront of their consciousness. There is a choice here. So somebody is starting to understand how it has been very detrimental to them in order by walking eggshells in order to keep this house and home happy and stable here. It is showing up that it's very stable. There's a stability here. And maybe somebody's not appreciating this, but there is going to be some sort of fast changes that is going to bring about an epiphany. And I think it's going to wake somebody up to the stability of this connection. But there is, like I said, somebody in this connection has abandonment issues. It's an issue is what's showing up here. So you're in between worlds. It's showing up. We've got main person masculine. Somebody's really reflecting on the life. There's been a lot of ups and downs. That's very common also with somebody who has abandonment issues. So somebody's reflecting on this and processing it and feeling like things have been stagnant or slow, or they may be feeling like they want to slow things down a little bit. But we've got the truth is coming out. We've got we've got the Tower. There's some sort of truth that's going to be revealed to somebody who needs to get out and socialize in this connection. Somebody may not be getting enough social time here, and there's something that needs to be understood by somebody in this connection about the importance of having other people, and or maybe somebody feels like they want to have more people in their life and there's just not enough. It's almost like there may be this energy of only having the two of you with each other all the time, and you may not have enough people. I don't know. I feel like there's somebody who's trying to chase something right now, but I don't know that whatever it is that they're trying to chase is really in their best interest. I'm almost getting that there is this feeling, though, that somebody has abandonment issues and there's been a lot of ups and downs due to these abandonment issues, and things have been stagnant with regard to socializing, even as a couple. If you're in a couple relationship, there's something about not socializing enough. So somebody is manifesting, bridging a gap after learning some sort of information, taking the power position to try and regain some level of intimacy. Somebody is looking for closeness. They're feeling like they're lacking closeness in this connection. This may have happened before. This is showing up as a never-ending story. So obviously, like I said, put the energies where you see fit. There's going to be a relocation. Somebody's not being totally honest, and this isn't expected, but it's going to bring out a certain level of wisdom to whoever it is that is experiencing this in this connection. All right, so Libra, it looks like whatever this connection is may have some hope. It looks like there definitely needs to be some sort of work if this resonates at all. It does look like somebody feels like they need a closer emotional connection than what they're getting right now. So Libra, that is your reading. Thank you for the first week of September. Thank you so much for all of your support, your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. And until I read you again, take care and bless.